Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about sun. Okay, impact of sun on our life, impact of sun on other creature, and why it is important. Okay, so when we talk about sun is just a star in the whole observable universe. Okay, and we know that we have 1 billion trillion star present in the whole cosmos, and star constitute only 0.5% of the observable universe. Okay, 0.5% of the observable universe means what? Observable universe itself consists 5% of the whole universe. Okay, and in this 74% is dark energy, 21% is dark matter, 4% is helium and hydrogen, 0.5% is stars. Okay, and we have one, till our knowledge, till how scientists find out, we have 1 billion trillion stars. Okay, and each and every star have at least one planet revolving around it. Okay, so for us, for human beings, till now we know that life exists only on planet earth. Many experiment, many research are going on to find out life on other planets, but life, till now we know that life exists only on planet earth. Okay, so for us, for planet earth, sun is a star. For every star at least one or more planets, but for us sun is a star and it is our planet. Okay, so 8 planets are revolving around the sun. Okay, Mars, Venus, Earth, Mercury, I'm sorry, starting one is Mercury, which is very closest to the sun, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars, then Jupiter, then Uranus, then Jupiter, then Saturn, then Uranus, and then Neptune. These are 8 planets which are revolving around the sun. And between Jupiter and Saturn, or between Mars and Jupiter, we have an asteroid belt. Okay, that means large amount of asteroid revolving around the sun and which lies between Mars and Jupiter. Okay, and many other belts which lie beyond our Uranus is Kuiper belt and other belts. Okay, and there are many dwarf planets in our solar system, many dwarf planets. Okay, many asteroids, many meteoroids. Okay, so these whole form our solar system. Okay, so we have 1 billion trillion star, so we have that amount of solar system exists in the whole cosmos. So why sun is significant for us? First question is why it is significant. Sun is the source of energy. Okay, sun is the source of energy for each and every life, animate as well as inanimate object. Okay, we know that nature is full with mystery. Wherever you go, you found something which you have never seen before, and it is evolving each and every moment and changing each and every time. Okay, so wherever energy required, sun present here, and we know that for do any activity, energy is very important. Okay, so for inanimate as well as for animate object, sun is very important. That's why sun is worshipped in India, in every scripture, in every religion, in every science book, in every art book, some mention of sun is there, because without sun you do not live a life on planet earth. If sun disappear, life form cease to exist on planet earth, and if life form cease to exist, you do not exist, and you do not exist, then this type of thoughts, what you create, this type of thinking do not exist. So our whole experience is lost, so everything is lost. So sun is that crucial. It is a source of energy. Okay, wherever energy required, sun present here. Okay, so for better understanding of sun, I search many places, I read some science book, I listen some lectures regarding sun. So people try to understand sun in very, you can say, holistic way, but till now there is no material available on planet earth. Maybe material are available, but we do not find a material by which we made a machine and or satellite and sent to the sun, and it gathered data about the sun and give some information about the sun, and we analyze or research on it. Okay, so the research is going on. Maybe in the future scientists find a material. Okay, by using that material they made a satellite and sent to the sun and get some information about its inner core, outer core, and various mysteries which sun contain within it. Okay, so as per a crude knowledge, on daily basis we see sunrise and sunset. Basically it is not sunrise or sunset, our earth is revolving, so when earth faces sun part it occurs sunrise, and when earth move away from it, it looks like a sunset. Okay, so on daily basis we see sunrise, sunset. Okay, a point where it reach its climax, that means mid-noon. Okay, and then it goes slower and slower and becomes sunset. So at a time of sunrise and sunset you see the different, you can say not different, a very red type of energy appear in the whole sky. Okay, and at the mid-noon a white ray or a ray or a colorless light appear, and a very bright day happening in the summer, not in the winter but in the summer. Okay, so sun is the source of energy, and we know that every life have seven of its parts, that is Vibgyor, and through which only we see different types of color on planet earth, in terms of tree, in terms of fruit, in terms of flowers, in terms of other things. Okay, so all these types of color are come from the energy of sun only. Okay, that means that ray reflected or refracted in different matters, in different items, and we see different types of color. For example, if you see a red color, that means that object reflect red color and absorb other types of color. Okay, so it is the not only for energy purpose but also for color purpose. Okay, and also for things which require energy, sun is important. Okay, many things constitute 5 elements of our existence: soil, water, air, fire, space. So fire parties come from the sun, that means a fire which gives us energy. Okay, without fire you do not cook a meal, without fire you do not keep your body on a state which is very much in good condition with the planet earth. Okay, so that's why sun is important. Okay, so as per our understanding, sun is a star, it has some distance from earth, and it is static. Okay, it is static, not static in, you can say, not static as I say, it is static relative to earth. Okay, it is also moving around the galaxy, but it take more than 200 millions to revolve around a galaxy. So for earth it's look like a static. Okay, our scientists say everything in the universe is in a motion. Okay, our scientists say, and also you can experience this by meditation, by deep meditation. Okay, I experience very few times, but I hear from teachers or from gurus who actually experience it. Okay, if you can't experience anything, do not underestimate it. If any other person experience it, take this knowledge from that person and apply in your machine, so that you can also experience it. Okay, through this machine you can solve any problem. Okay, in every lecture I told you, through this machine you are able to solve everything. You heard about Aryabhatta. They measure the distance of sun, radius of sun, just by meditation, not using any machine or satellite. So meditation is important. Okay, very important to know the real or core thing about the mystery of the creation. Okay, so sun is a mystery, a type of a mystery for us. Okay, because it is static in terms of earth, our earth is revolving around it, such a type of huge body of mass revolving around a bigger mass. Okay, sun is much higher mass than earth. Okay, and they are through gravitational force moving in a free space. Okay, so if we experiment anything, we do not do it because gravity play a role here on planet earth, but in space gravity have not so much role. That's why these objects are through force bind with each other and moving in a certain space. So who created this whole star, solar system, planets, everything, and everything is rotating, and without, you can say, create a chaotic situation. They create a chaotic situation where required. Okay, because millions of stars collide, millions of asteroids collide, millions of planets collide, everything birth happen, then some survive for some time, then death happen. So When you understand the law of the nature, you understand everything, because as a life we have also take a birth, survive for some time, then dead. Okay, this thing happen for every physical object, not for any not for non-physical object, but for any physical object this thing happen. That means it birth happen, survive for some time, and death happen. And in India, people give a name to this process. That means for creation they called it as a Brahma, that means creator. For surviving for some time, that means preservation for some time, they give it a name called preserver, that means Narayana. And when destroy, that means Shiva, destroyer. So in India we gave name to each and every process, each and every moment and event, so that people understand it very easily. And also there is a mechanism to worship these three goddesses, creator, preserver, destroyer. And when we people worship, and sometimes when pay attention on it and become conscious, they understand the mystery of the creation. Because for physical dimension these things happen everywhere, be it plant, be it animal, be it human beings, be it in space, about animate object or inanimate object. That means for any physical object which are made up of the five elements of existence have followed this rule. That means created, preserve and destroy, again created, preserve and destroy. And this type of cycle is going on. But creator give a good, or you can say a very sophisticated machine to human being, that by using this machine you can go beyond this cycle. That means you can break the cycle. That is called liberation or moksha. Okay, and it is the ultimate goal of every human being, but very few people realize it. In India, the ultimate goal of every human being is to attain moksha. And how to attain it, many people adopt different methods. Some people adopt or say that, some theory said that do good karma, then you attain moksha. Do good behavior, then you attain moksha. So for each and every individual, for each and every guru, for each and every great beings, there are different methods. By adopting it, by practicing you can attain the moksha. So in normal term you can hear it, but when you go in deep into it, it is the core of it is the core demand, or it is the core, you can say, want of each and every human being. Because everyone want to live a good life here. Only problem is very few people aware of it or conscious about it. Okay, so we have to make them conscious. And also not also human being, but all other creatures, because we are a sophisticated human being, we have the machine, but every human being or every creature do not have that type of machine, or even if they have, they do not update it and use it in its original form. Okay, so nature made us every creatures, but give us this, maybe it given to other creatures also this opportunity to break this cycle. But since I am a human being, so our experience is firstly directly related to human beings. When you become meditative and when you slower your breath, you also become conscious about other creatures like plant, animals and inanimate object, understand their mystery of life, and understand their way of living. But directly when you link a human being, and when you see human beings of all the ages, be it from children, be it from adult, young, old age, middle age, everyone have difference between each and every age group is just about time. Okay, some live for more time, some live for less time. Okay, that means each and every moment time is destroyed. Okay, so we have to utilize this time for the well-being of ourselves as well as for the well-being of other creatures, and understand the mystery of the nature, worship nature. That means whatever you want, you have to become devotional or dedicated toward that work. Okay, so if you want to know the mystery of the nature, you have to worship nature or pay respect to nature or pay attention on it, whatever you do, so that nature disclose each and every mystery in front of you. Okay, because you can't beat the mystery of nature. Wherever you go, you find something which amazed you. Just pay attention on a flower, it amazed you in terms of shape, size, color, and on the basis of process of life, birth and death, and in a particular geographical region, and its fragrance, each and everything, a variety of flowers, of variety of colors. You cannot even imagine how many variety of color is present on planet Earth. Through satellites, through machine, by our limited knowledge, we just divide into Vibgyor and its shades and in many parts, but it is much more than that. Okay, we know very minuscule. Whatever you know till now, we know very minuscule. Okay, so each and every human being have to pay attention on nature in which era they live, because nature, alongside you, nature is also evolving, nature is also changing. Okay, so if you wait that I travel or see nature or pay attention on nature after some time, then the present time is gone. Okay, so you have to take some time in every day and pay attention on nature. Whatever you want to discover, whatever you want to know about it, that means on flowers, on plants, even on vegetables, on fruits. Okay, you see types of fruits, types of their taste. Okay, structure within the fruit, structure within the flowers, structure within the vegetables, are different types of vegetable with different types of taste and for different purpose, and with different color. Everything is a product of the five element of existence. Everything is the product of the five element of existence, and by that five object only, we see, we smell, we taste, we experience, and we hear variety of things. Okay, just go in the nature and hear the sounds of birds. Infinite types of sound, infinite types of sound, you cannot even count it. Wherever you go, different types of sound. We are not able to create that much diversity in sound. Through machines, through our sound we create, but not, because we are also part of the creation, we are also part of the creation. So our sound is also part of the whole gross sound. So in any matter, human beings cannot beat the creator. Okay, because we are the product of the creator. So we are the subset of the bigger set. So how we compete with the bigger set? Okay, just try to understand the bigger set and become part of it. Try to understand it, and after some time dissolve into it. Okay, because we are a pop-up from the planet Earth, and after some time we pop out. Okay, so at each and every moment, just aware about your birth, your death, and about time. That means you have a limited amount of time. You have a limited amount of time, I repeat, and it is the core. That's why nowadays in science people talk about time travel. In religion people talk about Mahakalas, Kalas, Yamas. Okay, and even in art people worship time. In day-to-day life you heard about I have no time. Okay, so time is not a man-made thing. Time is a moment which is going on continuously, and as I talk, 30 minutes is gone. Okay, and it is never, no one can stop it. However wealthy, however rich, however powerful, however knowledgeable he or she is, because time is a dimension which you cannot understand logically. Okay, it is a non-physical dimension. You just experience, you have to just experience it. There is no definition of time. You can just experience it. It is running with the same speed for each and every human being, but in terms of experience, very few people experience it truly. For me, if I live a, let's say, joyful life in one day, time for me is 100 years. For any other person who live a miserable life, for him one day is look like 1,000 years. Okay, so for them it looks like time is not passing, but for me time is passing as quickly as possible. Okay, so it depends on your mental condition also. Okay, so time is very much relative in terms of how you keep your physical, mental, energy, emotional and bliss body in a state. Okay, so you found the mention of time, mention of human being, mention of life, mention of energy everywhere. Okay, and we talk about sun. Life of sun is 4.5 billion. Life of my life is 25 years. So in terms of sun's life, my life is just a negligible. So time also plays a significant role here. That means in every arena time play a role. Okay, so this lecture is totally dedicated on sun. So it is why I take the dimension of time, because sun is 4.5 billion years old. Okay, and earth is 4.5 Sun is 4.6 billion years ago and Earth is 4.5 billion years ago. That means from that time this cycle is going on. It is like a potter's wheel. Human beings come go, but Earth and Sun is live here for 4.5 billion years. Okay, and in terms of creation, in terms of whole creation is a vibration of the same energy. Okay, and each and every star present on cosmos send light to other planets, other galaxies, other solar system, other asteroid or meteoroids belt, but we experience only directly sunlight, but through the experiment of gravitational wave and through the experiment of La Liga, we understand that any star, when they die, they send light, and when we see that light currently, that light may be many billion years ago sent by the dying star. That means what light we see today is 250 billion years ago, because time travel by that light to reach on Earth take that much of time. Okay, so energy also plays a significant role there. In the whole cosmos, only not Sun produces energy. Each and every galaxy, solar system, planet, supercluster, cluster produces energy. We directly experience the energy of Sun because it is closest to planet Earth. That's it. Okay, when we go to space and when we see pictures of the space through telescopes and through various satellite, through the data of various satellite, we understand that if the whole cosmos is burning up with the energy of the stars, of the 1 billion trillion stars, okay, and each star produces energy. I'm just talking about Sun because we are very directly see it, experience it, and relate to our day-to-day life. Okay, so I hope you understand this lecture and gain some knowledge from it. So namaskaram, thank you.